Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss. It's the Forge and Fire campaign. It's time to proceed. We've just got a nice attack skill buff for Boyd here. So let's see what else he can do. He can grab some additional sandworms, that will be useful. So let's do that now. And we'll think about what we can do next with him, because obviously we have 3 main heroes right now, and I sort of am only really using Frederick to get things done. So maybe that can be improved. Let's start with this Throng of Enchanters. I appreciate the mass haste. Let's now chuck a mass forgetfulness on them. Excellent. There's the mild concern that they may cast Cure. Hopefully, they don't. Now we shall shoot them with gun. I suppose I could have always just carried bounty hunters in alone. But they're not quite powerful enough for that. They did just mass cast Cure. Well, it wasn't the worst losses ever conceived, but seriously, don't. That casting of Slow, however, was quite dumb, I will acknowledge. Am I happy enough of that? I suppose I am. I'm not really. What else can we do? We can clone. Let's clone on the gunslingers. Then we shall engage in some wizardry. Some epic wizard duels, like something out of Rufus the Fantastic Pet. Oh yes. If you know that film, it is a complete meme. A mass cure we were expecting. Nice. Excellent. I exploited their AI and killed them. There we go, much better. No losses. Yes, so what I did on purpose was by using Clone, I knew that the clone would retaliate and therefore kill a stack, but then the second stack would still want to kill the clone and therefore, waste that shot. A mad wizard who has been terrorizing the region has foolishly chosen you as his target today. Realizing that his power comes from his crown, you take aim with your bow, knocking the crown from his head and releasing him from his crazed madness. Grateful to be free, he lets you keep the crown. Now fortunately, this won't hurt us whatsoever to wear, it's just fine, so... It may come in handy, because the, well, Henrietta needs a decent hat. She's got the Helm of Chaos, but, Boyd could use a hat. He's pretty unknowledged right now, so... Let's proceed. We'll have Henrietta move to the north. Well, she'll probably end up moving here because that's where Boyd's going. Although her destiny, of course, will be to pick up the helm of the Crest of Valor that we have here. So, Rathmont, your journey is to go down here. You can just stay asleep. More precious resources. Tanker can then make his way back to his home, I guess. Alright, Sam. If that even is your real name. We could have a stop at the Warehouse of Gems. Oh, maybe that could be a problem. Mind you, 42 armadillos, I could actually win the fight. So... I'd like to get some gems. Mind you, even that's still 3 days ride. Swamp is rubbish! Alright, up we go. It's end turn. But, I mean, it'd be amusing to see what happens either way. Okay, we can drop off the gunslingers. We've got 3 pirates here. What else can we do? Well, not a lot for the time being. We could go to this prospector. Rathmont continues his ride, ever so bravely, to the south. As does Tancred. Boyd. Might as well get these upgraded while we're here. Frederick. So that needs to, we need to defeat Rotunda for that first. Let's grab the point of defense skill. So we'll go here. We'll be able to meet up with Rathmont in a moment. We might... Oh, the dragons are on this side. Oh, the dragons are just blocking. Okay. So we can go either way to kill the dragons. I wonder who should be the dragon killer. There's arguments all round. Even Boyd has decent speed now and has the Orgoi Korkois to do some massive damage. He just stole the gems! That's the way I wanted to be. Well, for that you must die. Look at that. The enemy has fled. What a coward. You throw an ice bolt, oh dear. Well, here's the man who throws out high damage ice bolts. It's to be expected. Let's just end it with quick combat. I mean, we already lost less there anyway. It's fled immediately. But look, he stole the gems. I'm disappointed. Look, we could take back this gem pond. Would like that. Get some extra sulfur. Let's grab some more mercury. Alright, Rathmont here. You can finally meet up with Frederick. In this way you can hand over some additional enchanters. Otherwise you can continue your journey to the Western Front. Tancred's in position. Sandworms are upgraded. Let's head on. I left these in the town too. Well, let's grab them, I suppose. But I need to do something with Boyd. I can't just have him sit around forever. You know, he's meant to be a spooky undead avenger. He shouldn't just be shopping. Mileto Tower. Next to the gun. Oh, we should clear these sharpshooters while we're here. Yeah, shield's a cute idea. I think forgetfulness is a better idea. What are you doing? Oh, he did 70 damage to the ammo cart. Well, your tricks, they're not good enough here. The ammo cart was too strong for you. Haha. Is there anything else we actually want here? A school of magic. We do want that. Swarm of genies. I mean, they realise how strong these things are. But my goodness. A swarm of genies. Casually. I don't know if we've got something fast enough for this right now. We probably want Boyd to take that fight, I think. This was something useless, wasn't it? Landmine, yeah. So do want Frederick going left to this fight. I think anyone could probably do the genies at this point. We shall see. I suppose we could have one of the heroes do a bit of an aquatic adventure. That would be a good use of their time. Alright. We're sort of bumming around for a little bit. Okay. Let's head out to our adventure. Maybe once Rathmont's done with his little side quest, he should be the one ferrying things around for Boyd, just sort of to save Boyd's movement. It's a bit of a waste. Okay. One day of movement, oh yeah. We can even do the watering hole for once. Excellent. Okay. I've grabbed the Garden of Revelation. Let's learn visions. And I think we're ready to start heading out to these battles here. We'll do this, this, and then we'll head right and deal with this problem. A part of me wonders what this campfire is. Like, why is it being guarded by lots of ancient behemoths? That seems a bit ridiculous for a campfire. Maybe it's a very large campfire. Like they've customized it to give bonus resources or something. But, you know, on its face, you're like, why? Well, I think I'm right in saying we should let someone else do this, the run around. We'll grab the gem pond. Okay, Prospector. I think I'm finally curious enough to say let's work out what this 50-50-50 thing is. You know, why not? We'll let Burton do that. Well, next turn, I suppose. But now, it's time to reconcile. I suppose we're going to be doing one more round of running around because we want to get access to those, we're going to get some dragons, and, you know, you might as well do that. Henrietta, time to pick up the Crest of Valor. Yeah, you suppose she has an adventure. She can do that whole Crest of Valor thing, right? So, Frederick has picked up this. Time to do the dragons. Todd. Up here you go. Rathmont continues his journey. Tancred can see far. Well, move far. It is a horde of ghost dragons, so let's just chuck the safety save. Apparently overwhelming. You know, I can see it, because we don't have speed advantage. If we did, we could chuck down the mass slow and go from there, but without the mass slow, we can't do this. Even mass haste would be a significant advantage. So, alright, we're going to load the save once it lets us move. But this is why we check. It is the high lots, not the low lots. Let's do this fight instead then. Okay. Crest of Valor. After freeing a princess of a neighbouring kingdom from the evil clutches of despicable slavers, she rewards you with a Crest of Valor. Alright, well we had the leadership to pick that up. Excellent. I think Henrietta's time in this side of the map is finished. So she can hop into the Cyan 2-way portal. We'll grab the dragons. Might as well grab the sulfur while we're here. But yeah, it's time for Sam to go home. Todd. More resources. We do have a need for resources. Rathmont will be going through snow, or sand, and wasteland. Okay. Interesting. Ah, with all the 50 mercury, 50 sulfur, 50 crystal, 50 gems, we could build good homes for them. We accept this in return for your donation. I like how it's like, you know, what are they doing? They're building these houses out of gems or something, like gemstones and crystal? Like, what are they? The cape of velocity is funny to me because for the longest time I thought this was like a loincloth and not a cape. I couldn't see this back edge. So it's like, why is this a thing? But this may give us an advantage though. So I'm going to make that trade. It's very expensive, but like, we're actually not wearing capes in the first place. We need a cape. So that's a thing. Of course, there is a cape of conjuring that needs to be around here somewhere. Because it's a transferable artifact, so we do want that. But okay, we learnt. We'll keep a hold of that. Or more likely, the next time we try to rally troops over to the main lot, we'll be doing that as well. Okay, Tangrid, let's... I was going to say let's get out to get the halflings as well, but we have to do it in this particular order. Won't be too long though. Okay. I think the Statue of Legion will help us with some sufficient troops. Speaking of troops, this person has some. Not much, but some. They're just a random tavern hero after all. So, we now have the dragons. Let's kill them. And then upgrade them up here. That's a lot of ghost dragons. We may be able to get some good work done with that. Time to cast the Forgetfulness. Ah, if only you remembered how to shoot your gun. Too bad you're already dead. Maybe it wasn't particularly necessary to do this, but the Enchanter's casting Mass Slow is also quite handy. I will take it. I actually have not actually had much of a chance to play with Enchanters a lot because they're such a valuable unit that they're not often in the early stages of a game, which is where I've got the most experience. And on random maps, they're not the most common thing you run into. And there we go. Time for the armadillos, which actually will join us. Quite nice. And there we have the Statue of Legion piece. Quite handy. It's a bit disappointing we can't do the gold dragons, but I suppose they are guarding a golden bow. There's a connection there. Okay. Let's grab some movement speed on the way out. I suppose we should have Henrietta hand over her army to Frederick, just to complete the little friendship dance they've got going. Make Frederick of more power for the fight against Rotunda itself. This guy's still just sitting on the... No, it's someone else sitting on this now. Well, we're still more powerful, especially against living things. Alright, we've visited. Suppose we can visit this as well. Keep trudging along there, please, Rathmod. Thank you. Time to upgrade. Excellent. It's time for Tancred to meet up with the others, deliver the additional artifacts. I suppose if I do hand over the army though, I'm going to have to just wait until Frederick's done to get anything else done. But to be honest, this fight's probably going to be ridiculous. There's a lot of stuff there, and she may be immune to forgetfulness too, which is something I've got to consider, so... Let's make sure Frederick is as ready as he can be for that. Well, maybe. This actually might be the army we want. I think I want the army close to hand in any event. Like, I want it to be able to do the fight, even if I change my mind. There's also this hero wandering through here, which probably Tancred could kill, to be honest, but it's just something to be aware of. We don't want to be caught flat-footed. Burton is probably able to hold it off, but still just want to be aware. There we are, 40 ghost dragons. That's a significant force. Might even be able to take some of this lot on. Because I think something we need to remember is that I believe Boyd has animated dead. He does. So if we need to, we can give him a good hat, which I forgot to do. But we can give him a good hat. And he can just animate through fights, right? So... very interesting. I suppose for now Frederick can like take the ranged units that he's using already and just leave Henrietta with the other stuff, and we can use the automata strategy against the ghosties. Perhaps. Might be trying a little bit too hard. Okay, okay. I just don't want to leave anything to chance, because the worst thing I can do now is just keep bleeding more units and army. Okay. I think we'll have Boyd do this area for the initial time. Give him something to do. Have him doing the aquatic adventure. Return to his ghost pirate roots, some might say. So at least hand over this and this. I could grab the nymphs, because arrow towers do like shooting nymphs. It is a thing they do. What was Wraithbond's quest card? It was a scroll of mirth! Well, isn't that happy? I don't know why we wanted the scroll of mirth, but we've got it. Do we have a quest for that? There's a request for a scroll of hypnotize. That could later turn into that, I guess, but... Which was this quest card? Okay, yeah, we did need that, didn't we? And Henrietta does have the rest of the dragon artifacts. She should actually hand them over. Like so. And like so. Increasing Frederick's power. But, yes. We may want Earthquake for that fight too. I think there's a plan that we're like allegedly working towards. And now that we got Murph, it's time to go back to the other side, because we do need someone to carry these sandworms around and get them upgraded at the hill fort and so on and so forth, so... Burton will probably be under threat in a few days. I think it should be sufficient time for there to be reinforcements. I think so. If not, there'll be some reloading, I guess. That's annoying, Tancred, covering the exit. Suppose we'll grab this and this while waiting. Alright, Frederick. Stomping through the swamp does take some time, I understand. But there are things we must do. Let's end turn. It might be a little bit close, to be honest. Okay. Well, we have a tavern. Can we hide someone away or have to dismiss someone? I guess we might be saying goodbye to Bertram. So let's hire Celestine here, take off her troops. She does have earth magic, to be fair, but I don't have extra hero slots. Bertram's immediately back in the tavern. Let's grab Flobit. Celestine's also immediately back in the tavern. Look, I think we should be fine. We have a decent spell book. We've got troops enough, I think, that this should be okay. Especially with arrow towers. Alright, Boyd. How about you take this hat? Frederick grabbing some nymphs. This, I think, will be quite useful. It does mean we'll need to think about morale, but it's not so much I can super do about that anyway. But oh, actually, this rally flag might fix that problem. Just have to go back for it, but... Okay. Henrietta goes back. Time for Tancred to get his side of things done. Speaking of, though, I didn't actually transfer this over. I suppose Henrietta's coming this way anyway, though, so it's not the biggest deal. It's not going to be there by the end of the week anyway. Let's see what happens now. Will Burton be attacked? No. Just my ore pit stolen. How annoying. I get fresh troops. Arguably dismissing Bertram was just fine, because I can only recruit 3 heroes anyway. And there's Celestine again. Just rearranging things. I think I'll just let the 3 pirates go, frankly. But there we go. Let's deal with the interloper. Oh, look, the enemy flees. Shocking. Let's charge in there. Charging in with the automata does have its uses. It just like absorbs all of this random melee damage. And then we can just res them anyway, right? Like it's fine. Nice work on the gunslingers, just murdering the rest of the elves. So far I've not actually lost anything in theory. Suppose we will now. We'll cast Forgetfulness on the Sea Dogs. It'll just weaken their attack rather than disable it, but it's still useful. Oh, that gets cured anyway. Let's get in there. Give them the repair. Interesting that they didn't get the retaliation back, but... Ow. Those halflings sure are squishy. Precision. Naturally, retaliation. I shouldn't have positioned myself there. It happens. I'll just accept it. It's one of those things that breath attack is normally something that's only like a high level unit thing, but now you got to think about it all the time with the invention of engineers. I should have just been magic arrowing these guys down for a long time. I've lost a lot more halflings than I'm prepared to lose. I think we'll redo this fight. That being said, charging these guys in did seem to do a lot of good work. So we'll continue to do that. But a little bit further back without the haste. Now we can get a nice clean shot on them too, those sea dogs. They were getting awfully too much damage done. And so far there's no real change from how things went before. I'm going to move the armadillos forward slowly. I don't think my halflings are under any real threat anyway, so... Everyone's piling their hate on these. I can't get in there for repair this turn, but next turn. Oh, Gunslinger killed from an accurate shot. It's nice we got a nice retaliation on in there. Excellent. It's annoying. It's a painful thing to lose them. We don't actually get to move with the repaired automatons until next turn. It's a long time to wait. But the armadillos can now be brought to bear against the enemy. Which is nice. Not quite in range to actually do anything, but it's nice. Let's keep blowing up people. How about some elves? At least we're in a position now where, the luckiest cannon, we can actually start just stabbing people. So let's keep slashing and stabbing away. Okay, now he flees. Some losses, but the problem is solved. And we get to upgrade this character a bit. Leadership has some minor value, but might as well. Well, excellent. Let's call it a video. Thank you for watching. We'll come back next time for more Heroes of Might and Magic 3.